So, hi everyone. Thank you for joining me in this Facebook Live. I am actually going to show you this month's PaperCrafter issue and what you're going to get in it. So we have got something a little bit special. Everything that's focused on this is heading towards Valentine, and I know we've all, here everybody goes a bit mad on Valentine now. So some of the questions, okay, you want some answers to: what was your biggest Valentine romance that was a hit, or what was your flop? So it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Which one was it for your Valentine that you had? Like, I don't know, let's see, did he buy you a microwave or something ridiculous, or did you end up with a diamond ring? That'd be like the best thing ever, wouldn't it? I know we see these things on social media where some women have had a car bought for them and it's wrapped up in a lovely bow. Not me, just saying. Anyway, so PaperCrafter, this is fabulous and I am loving this die. So on this one we have our tattered lace high heel glam die, and it really is super pretty. And the papers and things that go with this, I've got a little bit of a top tip, so I'm not going to reveal too much just in case you've not opened yours or you've not got it yet. But this is the die. It even comes in the lovely packaging. I'm just going to flip that open and it is beautiful. So that is the die. And I've got one cut out here, so let me just bring this in. Now that is a stunning shoe. Look at this. So on this shoe, lots of detail. We've got this fabulous slender tall shoe, and it's got butterflies and things on it. So there's a few things that I want to share with you on that, but it's just such a pretty die. Very nice. So multiple uses. I know on this, kind of focusing on, do you know what? I'm going to tell you. I keep wanting to call it Halloween. It's not Halloween. It's Valentine, Manda. It's Valentine, not Halloween. I keep wanting to call it Halloween. I've been wanting to do it all week. It's not. It's Valentine. So, PaperCrafter, beautiful. In here, we have some of the actual things you can do with it, and then the papers are in here as well. So you can see on some of these images, we've got the papers. But if you're like me, I don't like taking my magazines to pieces. I like to leave them as they are. So top tip. First top tip is, so let me just have a look. Have we had any responses? Okay. A couple of thumbs up. I think there's more thumbs downs than what we're getting thumbs up. So we've had more disasters than we've had good experiences. But so I've actually scanned mine. So a lot of printers nowadays actually have got scanners in them. So what I've done is I've opened the lid to my printer, scanned in my pieces. So I've managed to actually get proper prints, so I can print them out on card. I didn't save it. I just literally scanned it in and printed it off. So that way it's going to be a bit easier for you to work with. And it's just so many things in here. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not going to flick through it because I know when people do that and I haven't had it, it ruins it, because it's just, you want to see the makes for yourself. So that is the actual magazine, our die. So pop that to one side. Papers, fabulous papers. So we've got some beautiful florals. My hearts are upside down. So we've got chocolate boxes, champagne, even these two. These are for anything, aren't they, really? They're just beautiful backing papers. So you don't even have to think about this being, these could be Mother's Day, these could be granddaughters, it could be anybody's card, really. You could even use it as a wedding card as well. So, but my favourite is this one. This is I always have a favourite paper, sorry. This is my favourite, okay? Love this, just because it's got envelopes and things on it. So they're my papers. So first of all, I'm going to bring in my first card. Now, what I've actually done is I've been in my stash. I've had a look at my stash, what I've already got at home, what I think you guys at home might have. And I found some card blanks. So this is what I've used. I've actually used some ready-made card blanks for some of this. But also, don't be afraid, chop them up. Use them as your extra backing papers. So if you've got 3 or 4 cards, chop them into pieces, because when you actually chop up your card blank, the matte layer, it's the right size for your matte layer straight away. So to me, you're not actually wasting any cardstock. You're not going to cut into an A4 sheet and waste anything. So that's another tip I wanted to share with you. So here we have, this is just lovely. So this shoe cuts beautiful, and some of these I've glittered up, but also in this, which I think is fantastic. And again, what I've done, and it is one of your papers in your magazine, I've scanned the sentiment one. So you get a paper that's actually got your sentiments on. And as you see through the cards that I make, there's extra sentiments. So to make it go further, like I say, I've scanned it in onto card and I've cut them all out. So you're even getting a sheet of sentiments for this as well, which is amazing. I mean, the one that says love you loads, it doesn't have to be Valentine at all, okay? And we've even got a happy Galentine's Day, which is for us single girls, sending one to our girlfriends. So there we go. We have even got, I've even cut it out of my backing papers as well. So instead of colouring it in, you can do this. But there's so much detail on these. Get your inks out and your pencils and your pens and colour all of these in, because these are going to look beautiful because we've got this super fine butterfly detail. So let's start crafting. Right. So thinking about the shoe. So my second question I want to ask you all, do you have a pair of shoes like this, or were these on your wish list and you never got them? To me, these are Cinderella shoes, but they're also restaurant shoes to me. So I would wear these house to car, car to restaurant, and then back in the reverse. There is no way I'd be able to wear these out anywhere for any considerable time, but they are beautiful, glamorous indeed. So like I said, let's take this to pieces. I've actually used a card blank for my first one. I've used them for all of them. So what we need to do is get that card stash out, use what we've already got. And one of the easiest things to use are our card blanks, envelopes even as well. So here we have, I've just got a random selection of pinks, lilacs and, pinks and lilacs of my card stash. And so I've used those. So what I've done is I've sized it down, I've cut across as a diagonal. So that's super, super simple to create. Even when you've got a card blank, you can then change them into other things by cutting them with your guillotines or even using your scoreboard. So you can put a fold, you can cut a piece off the front. I've done a few other extra bits and pieces. So now, using these beautiful papers, I can create the inside. So also on our sentiments, they've given us this faux matte layer, so that looks like I've actually popped that on a matte, but it isn't. That's part of the sentiment. So quickly build this one. So I'm just going to use finger lift tape for that one and my lovely floral matte layer. And let's pop this together. I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on my sentiment mat though. So my first mat is on just plain white cardstock, and I've just popped it onto white cardstock so it adds that crisp, clear difference between this fabulous pink card blank and the actual card itself. Then my sentiment is now going on a little bit of foam tape, and again, use your stash that you've got. So if you've also got glitter, ribbons, pearls, because I know we have, buttons would look fabulous with this collection. So let's pop that on there. So that I've popped on some foam tape. Now we're going to work on the front. But to work on the front, I'm going to open that out. So I'm going to mirror what I did inside. My white matte layer is a flat mat. And this pretty cardstock is now going to be a foam mat. So that is going to go on first. And I've used some acetate on this one just to add something a little bit different, because again, at home, I know we've all got these things. We've got acetate in our stash, etc. But not always do we know what to do with it. So that is going to line up there. So to do this, what I'm going to do is line it up at that corner. I'm going to pinch that, and that now allows me to pivot. So I can rotate that. So that is in place. And I have these beautiful shoes. How beautiful are they? So, and I have a circle of acetate. So there's my acetate. Now my acetate is going to go on here. So when my shoes are actually popped on, they'll be floating. But to pop that on, for speed, one of the best things for acetate is red liner tape. Well, that is going to go just there. Now I'm going to bring in my wet glue. And I'm going to have them at side of each other just as they are. So while they're actually together, I get two birds with one stone, so to speak. And because they're so lacy, this is now going to stick on my acetate, like so. I just need to give it a little bit of time. But also for this, a good thing for acetate, for sticking a cardstock to acetate, is use my finger on there like that. Spray glue. Spray adhesive is brilliant for something like this. So that is my first card. So I've got beautiful glitzy shoes, and we've got a shaped card as well. But that is then showing off the shoe and all those fabulous backing papers. So that's number one. Number two, again, I've gone with using the cardstock, the actual cardstock, but also the card blank. So inside this one, how many people are joining us? Fabulous. Hello, everybody. Hello to everybody that's just joined us, that are a little bit late arrivals. You've not really missed very much. We've gone through the magazine. Two of the questions that I am asking you all, though, is thumbs up or thumbs down for Valentine's Day. Have we had a good one, or we've had a faux pas? And with regards to this beautiful glamorous shoe, do you own a pair of shoes like this that would be your restaurant shoes? So they'd just be for special occasions. Let's see how many, what answers we get back in. And possibly, whatever cards we make, we'll do a run on the names that are on there and send them out to you as a little bit of a giveaway. So this is going to be inside. So it's going to show off my shoes, and I've done this one a little bit different. So I've put that beautiful paper on. I've cut into my card blank, so I've got the same inside paper. And then on the front, what I've done is I've stuck on my cardstock that I wanted to use, my pattern paper, and then I've cut the shoe out to create a silhouette. But we're going to create it differently. So what I want to do is I'm going to use my finger, pop a little bit of glue on the actual shoe, hold the shoe with the silhouette, near the silhouette on the cutout, because that's really easy, because that's where it came from, and stick my shoe down like so. So I know that placement is perfect. I've got another shoe, so I've used 3 cutouts for this, and I've got my glitter. I've used my stash using my glitter, but I know us as crafters, we've not just got one coloured glitter, have we? We've got many different coloured glitters. So in that case, that's where you can then change up your designs. So you could use, these would look beautiful. I can think of a particular fairy story that you would use glitter shoes like this. So now I've got at the front, you can see my shoe in the silhouette when it's closed. When you open it up, you've got a pair of shoes. But also, let's stick this one on the front. On the front, you've got a pair of shoes. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Just hoping my glue sticks, because there's that much glitter on all of this. Sometimes you find it a bit difficult for the glitter. So then I have my sentiment. So a little bit, and all I've done for the sentiment is I've printed the sentiments off, like I said, onto cardstock. I've just cut round them all. I'm going to mat and layer that on there. I'm just going to do this, then I'll have a quick look and see who's joining us. Hello, everybody. So, are we getting lots of thumbs up? Have we all had good experiences for Valentine's? I can't wait to see who mentions what shoes they've got. I'm pretty sure we've all got a pair of the restaurant shoes that we like to actually, you know, our special ones. So then that is card number 2. So card number 2, we've ended up using a silhouette, but it creates 2 pairs of shoes. So we've got a pair inside and a pair outside. So again, using the backing papers, so the beautiful, beautiful papers, and also use that tip, scan your papers in, they go further, okay? And also, I really do like to preserve my magazines. I don't like taking, I'm the same with any magazine I get, any craft magazine. I prefer to leave the papers intact. I don't like taking things apart. So then this one, again, using my card blanks that I've already got, and I've used several different ones, several different backing papers. So use my cardstock that I've got, my card blank, chopped it off. So it's ended up as that it gives me extra, because I love this paper. This is my favourite paper, because I really do like letters, envelopes, postmarks. Anything with a postmark on, I think, is fabulous. So this is going to be a flat mat. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I love it when we do a Facebook Live, something like this. So that is my inside. And then on top, I'm using the heart paper. So this one is going to be a flat mat, which is going on the front, and then I'm going to use my foam tape for my second one. And these are super speedy cards for you to create. They really are. And the kit is going to go such a long way. Really is going to go a long, long way. Because you get quite a few different sentiments. And like I say, they're not all focused on Valentine's. I mean, this one that says all you need is love doesn't actually need to, it could be an engagement card that you do for somebody. So now that is my front mats and layers on there. And again, think about all your stash that you can get out on this. And I'm loving this paper because these hearts, if you think about getting your embossing papers, your embossing pens, like your quickie glue pens and things, you can colour in these hearts and glitter them, or colour them in and foil them. If you were to colour some of these in and highlight them with pink foil, it would look beautiful. So now I'm going to stick my shoes. Now in this instance, my shoes are actually cut from cardstock, from the actual backing paper, and I've used the same backing paper to cut my shoes that this is from. So even my shoes match my card. So now they're both going to go on here, and these are really simple makes. I've not used anything that you wouldn't have at home. Your white cardstock that you would have for your card blanks, or even your cards that you've already got, your coloured cards. So then this is going to go. I need to make sure that when I put this on here, I don't put my tape on this side. So I've placed it on there, and I know I'm putting some foam tape on this edge. So now I know that my backing paper on this one, my sentiment and my shoes are all corresponding colours because they cut all from the same thing. And then all you need is love. My sentiment is going to go on here. And again, think of all those different ways you could use this. Even the backing paper. So that is going to go on there. So on that one, my backing paper, my sentiment and my shoes all match. But if I bring in this backing paper, if you think all these elements are now cuttable. So you can cut all round all of these pieces, and this is going to give you and make your papers and your stash go so much further. So you're now going to be able to create all your own backing papers as well, to either stick them flat onto a coloured cardstock if you haven't got the right papers, or even to use them as added embellishments. So don't just look at your papers as that they're papers, see what embellishments you can get out of them too. So here we have 1, 2, 3 cards from the same collection, all that little bit different, all using that fabulous tattered lace Glam die. And I absolutely love it that you've all been able to